the route of the Arizona Trail was intentionally chosen to go to some of the highest peaks and some of the lowest areas, to visit some of our most significant rivers, and to celebrate like the wild heart of Arizona. That's what the Arizona Trail experience is. It starts at the U.S.-Mexico border inside Coronado National Memorial. It's a National Park Service unit, which is where thousands of people go to begin their 800-mile journey. So just recently we learned, really kind of through the grapevine, that Customs and Border Protection was planning a wall, a new section of border barrier through Coronado National Memorial, which would be 30-foot tall steel bollards filled with cement, a road, lights, cameras, ground sensors, and a militarized zone with people in motor vehicles. That directly conflicts with the National Trail System Act. And so a scar across one part of the trail affects the entire trail system, especially when it's at its southern terminus. We see a 60 or a 100-foot scar across the trail as a significant impact at one of the most significant locations. Wildlife is a critical part of the Arizona Trail experience. People don't go for a walk in the dirt just for exercise. They get out there in nature to interact with wildlife. And the diversity of wildlife in the borderlands is unlike anywhere else I've ever been, and it's something that we're really proud of. When you look at where jaguars and ocelots have been documented, it's in the Huachucas, the Canelo Hills, and the Santa Rita Mountains. Not coincidentally, the Arizona Trail goes through each one of those mountain ranges. And we honestly believe that if the jaguar is ever to return to its historic range on the south rim of the Grand Canyon, it's going to get there on the Arizona Trail. It took our organization, the Arizona Trail Association, almost our entire existence of 26 years to build this 800-mile trail. And our goal has always been to protect, maintain, and promote the trail. This is not about politics. This is about protecting a nationally significant resource. This is about protecting a trail for the previous generation that helped build and help maintain it, and for the current generation that's using it, and for future generations. That's our goal and our obligation and our responsibility, is to care for these wild places. So when people are out there on the trail, they have the experience of a lifetime. And I like statistics, and what we have looked at, as long as I've been the executive director for 10 years, is looking at what are the potential implications of illegal immigration and smuggling on trail users. And in 10 years, there have been a total of 0 negative interactions with immigrants. The reality is it's not a safety issue. This is not about safety. This is about a campaign promise, which is why our organization has needed to say, if there are not threats to trail users, which we believe that there are not, but there are very significant threats to landscape, recreational values, and wildlife, then this is something worth fighting for. This is something worth talking about and doing a lot of outreach around, because this trail is one of only 11 in America. There are only 11 national scenic trails in the country that Congress and the President have agreed are worth protecting. Only 11, and this is one of them. It's one of only 3 that are complete. It's kind of a big deal. There are laws that protect it, and beyond that, there are tens of thousands of people who have given like blood, sweat, and tears to build it, which is why we're encouraging everybody to reach out to their senators. Doesn't matter what state you live in, let them know that these types of resources, these are important to you and that they're worth protecting.